Lovely, jubbly, just tricked you there. That's got to be reviewed, especially on the Perfectdraft Keg. This is quite a lot heavier. Especially when I went to oh, Jesus. Au revoir. Au revoir, people. That's the new intro. Anyway.
You're joking me.
No, I'm not joking. No. Anyway, as you all know, PJT from Rate My Beer. I even have my sidekick here today. She's sober. Probably not for long. But anyway, we were going to bring you Camden. But that's not quite ready, although you probably get Camden first before this one. So we're giving you Frankie Royal versus Frankie Standard, something we've never done. Unfortunately, as I said in the review yesterday, if you watch that one, I think someone broke my Royal glass because it vanished. She said she didn't, so I don't know.
I haven't breaks glass.
I don't know. Right, anyway, just make sure I get the right ones. I don't do a mess up. I'll pour a pint of Standard Frankie now, which you'll have to the left. Yeah?
Is it going to be a good pour?
There was
It's
a few issues
debatable.
on my live last night. We'll see. There was a few issues. How's it going? It's fantastic.
Okay.
That is what you call a proper
Not
pour.
bad, not
Do you
bad.
mean not bad? That's what you get in Germany. Right, so you have there the Standard Frank.
Yeah.
But you should be able to tell from the colour, anyway.
I was going to say that will be marginally whiter.
I think so. And this is the keg. I was having some issues. And I still am. Told you it's not me. Well,
It's a lively cake.
it's not that bad. So yeah, it is the keg. So there you have your Standard Frank. So putting them up together, obviously, apart from the exclusive 5-finger head, can you watch your feet?
Can I watch money? What's what you see?
Well, what do you want me to do? Sit on the floor? Jesus Christ, I can't get the staff, people. As you can see, the obvious thing there is the Franziskaner Royal is 6% and is slightly darker.
Slightly.
There's not that much in it, you know.
I told you. That's what I said. It's marginally darker.
Just no. Just don't go there. You're just pointing out the obvious. Right. Right. So
The next thing is let's go on the aroma.
Let's go on the aroma, see if they're the same.
Wow, yeah, you got your wonderful white banana smell there.
That's the Standard Frank.
And the cloves. Oh, it does even smell that little bit more punchy, actually.
You get the caramel aroma.
Yeah. It's not so. There's not so much white fruit in the world.
You still get the banana. You want me to get that in my nose, didn't you? The 1% more, right? I'm a huge fan of Frankie. I'm not going to lie.
I think anyone that's watching that probably knows that this is really number one, isn't it?
This is my number one and number two, yeah. But I mean, I named it Franziskaner in here. Everything's built around Franziskaner. Long before YouTube.
He's got t-shirts. He's got everything.
I should have had the Frankie hat on, shouldn't I? I don't know where it is though. My hats keep disappearing like my vapes. Look, a security tag on the old vape, people. So now when I lose it, I just bleep it. And I put the other one in the bed, didn't I?
Yeah.
Do you know it is? Right. Go on then. After you.
Okay, so let's go in with the original first.
I'll get a shot of that. Right. What do you think?
Oh.
Creme de la creme, isn't it? And it is creme de la creme. What? I don't have a picture with it not straight, can I? You want to see the emblem?
So for me, this was my introduction to wheat beer,
Yeah.
and it hasn't got a lot better during the journey. You don't really find anything that is better than this. There's some that are comparable.
Yeah.
But for me, this is a very good example of this style of beer.
It's a beer that it's available anyway.
Yeah,
You
you've
know,
got that wonderful silky smooth feeling on your tongue. You've got the nice breadiness, the wheatiness there, and the ripe fruit in there is just absolutely amazing.
But yeah, it's a great beer. Much better than what a lot of people say in certain beer groups.
Oh,
Just
the fact that you can find it in the supermarket is just wow. So
well, yeah.
I think that's great. That it's accessible to everybody.
It's always delivered. The bottle's pretty good as well. Don't get me wrong, but obviously the keg, the momentum gets better as you get through the keg. But as an introduction to wheat beer, if you hadn't had wheat beer, that's a perfect prime example because it's easy going. It's not. Whereas the Royal that we're going to go on to next, there is more depth to the Royal. Obviously, you've got that 1%
It is more punchy. Okay,
and you know it when you drink it. Obviously, I messed around with these last night. It's like you're not going to mistake the difference. And this year's Royal, I must say, and a lot of people in beer groups have agreed with me, it's better.
It really is a very it's complex within the fact that it's got lots of different flavours in there. But I feel with this year's version, it's a little bit more fruity than it has been in past years.
I don't know.
God.
Yeah.
The aftertaste, wow, it really does give you a nice caramel sweetness that is left on the aftertaste there, but it isn't too sweet.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just trying to look at what. No, I'm just trying to look at what Perfectdraft have wrote for the write-up for Royal this year because I haven't actually read it.
I always liken it to, with the original, I say that you put the ripe fruits, the bananas, and everything else. Whereas with the Royal, you're going along the lines of almost raising the fig. It's got that.
Yeah, hold on. They say that the result, obviously, it's brewed for longer with rich figs, honey, melon, and dark berry notes. The result is a wheat beer like no other, full of sweetness, which does elegant and malt flavour, slightly tart, hoppy note, making it a perfect comparison. But weren't it that they said about apricot? You see, that's what you get in it, apricot as well as banana. Because remember before you said it's got that peach. We said it's got that peachy.
Yeah, for me, it's almost bordering on, because I do love my darker, richer winter beers, and it almost borders on that because it does have that dried fruit, you fig and you dried apricots, all that type of Christmassy type fruit. That's what I pick up in there. Whereas with the original, it's a little bit lighter. The fruit is that more kind of ripe banana, soft fruit in there.
Yeah, it borders on the winter, hence why it comes out only once a year now.
It is that little bit heavier, is that little bit more punchy.
Yeah, the original will be crowd in appearance, but rich, delicate, bitter taste of Franziskaner results from a large percentage of wheat malt. Flavours this wheat are fruity, with a touch of citrusy orange. No, I wouldn't say it's citrusy. Mixed with spices such as clove and coriander. Yeah, you can get that. There's a touch of other tropical fruits, such as banana. But it's very banana based. This is an Asda write-up. I'm just looking at the obvious differences. Yeah, it's a wheat beer, the oldest privately owned brewery in Munich, and it dates back to 1363.
And I'll tell you something else about this beer. It is highly addictive. Once you go through that first one, you are just left wanting more and more and more. Because I used to say, no, I'll stick to the original. That one is a little bit too much.
The Frankie Royal's the worst.
It really is a brewer, and it makes you want more.
And they're both pouring at 5. We've got obviously we're using Perfectdraft Pros. Obviously, I was just saying to someone on YouTube that I found the Pro as a game changer. Because it's quite cold today. Well, no, it's not that bad today, is it?
It's been worse, but we are still in the transitional season where the temperatures are lower than what we've been used to.
But we are doing these at 5 degrees, aren't we?
I think this is a beer, for me, that you can drink it quite happily at 3 degrees.
Yeah,
let it sit there,
you can drink this
and go through all those different flavours. Or you can drink it, I would say, up to about Yeah,
9.
7, 8 degrees.
You know, I mean, people say at 1 degree you kill the flavour. People forget when you used to get Hogarden, which was the only wheat beer we could access.
We actually had it on pub in a pub.
In
God,
Hastings, yeah, and it was
how many
ice
years ago
cold.
was that?
20.
And it was extra cold. That's what it actually used to say on the pub.
And it did. It's, if you look at my Hogarden glasses, they're telling you to ice the glasses and serve it cold. The thing is, if you do pour it colder than we normally do it, less than 5, don't we? But if you do it colder, you've got
personally,
time.
it's your personal preference. Prefer your drinks colder, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm quite happy to drink this style of beer, IPAs at room temperature. I don't mind them like that, but you prefer them colder.
But this is, these two for me are 1 and 2 on the perfect draft range. I've always said that. As a lot of you know me, you know how much I've done for young comrades heading to get the king back. And to be honest, doing beer reviews now and everything, if you think back to that, that was actually one of the most proudest moments along my beer journey, was actually persuading Conrad to bring it back.
Because you've been knocked back a lot, haven't you? I think it was Hayley that had the job beforehand.
Yeah, because Hayley brought it back before.
And she quite categorically told you, no, go away. But
Conrad wasn't going to.
He kept trying, and he kept badgering Conrad. I told him, leave the poor boy alone. No, he wouldn't. You got your own way.
It all worked out, you know.
And
I mean, we were lucky. It's selling really well now around Europe. But we were lucky to get it back the second year. There was a lot of things that I won't go into that went on, and it almost didn't reappear. Luckily it did, and now it's grown in stature again, which is absolutely fantastic news, because now the Royal will be on. I mean, they'd actually do 2 batches, I'm led to believe, now in Europe each year.
What I would say to people is, as a marker to whether you're going to enjoy that style of beer, if you don't like the original, you are not going to like Royal. But if you do like this style of beer, then
and the Royal,
it's
the Royal's more complex, and it's more depth to it. There's more everything. It's just like a when we call it Oktoberfest, Helly's on steroids.
Yeah,
this is Frankie standard, just up the ante of it, and it does have not just the complexity of it. This year's is the best ever. This for me, when I tried this,
it's that little bit more fruity this year. I'm really finding the fruit in there is coming through and really giving you that lovely mouthfeel of ripe fruitiness.
Sometimes you think it's in your head, don't you? Because obviously for me, and obviously the thing with a perfect draft and this coming back, I want this to win, obviously. But I actually tasted it off camera, didn't I, before we did the original re-review of it, and I was like, hang on, bells, this is like
they actually gone and made it even better than last year. And I had to agree.
If I'm doing a scorecard here, and I have to have both of them, so don't worry about you, because there's a reason for that, which I'll show you in a minute. So I would go on Frankie standard would be a 9.5. It's almost perfect. There's your 9. It's that good, you know. It's so close to the one and famous 10. But for the Royal, that's what I think he's fine.
Oh no, I see where
you know what I'm getting. She knows I'm getting. For the Royal, it's a rate my beer of 11 out of 10. I've never given a score of 11 to anything.
I've been very close. There have been some beers that are absolutely amazing, and I've just gone, oh, how they've blown their way. But it's really rare that I come across a beer that I find has that wow factor. For me, the Royal does. The standard Frankie is a fantastic example of this style of beer.
Yeah, it's a great introduction. I think Royal, if you hadn't drank wheat beer before,
might be a little bit much,
because it's quite rich in that, obviously. And of course, the 6%, you don't get that. You get into it. I mean, if you check I don't know when I'll share this video, because I've got to do Camden in a minute and then put that up. But if you check, of course, I've still got left bloody to go up as well. So I'm in a bit of a pickle with these. But if you check my live Friday, obviously Michelle wasn't here very often, but you see what the Royal done to me in literally 3 hours. Because it was pouring in halves, I didn't see it coming. I
nearly swore on video, but it isn't known for you.
Yeah, let's just say I got roiled. and it's not for the first time. But then we did realise
I'm
that
so careful about not swearing.
I had a small sandwich for my breakfast, and I had 4 pieces of bologna all day yesterday, which probably wasn't my wisest one. But there you go. You do it. Right. What can I say, people? I hope that's just put a few points across about both of them. And if you're looking...
I was going to say, if you're thinking about trying...
Yeah, an alternative is always Hogarth. But remember, standard Frankie, you can always buy in your local Tesco's, Aldi, Lidl.
You can pick up a bottle at a relatively good price and give it a go, see if it's for you.
But yeah, as I say, for me, nothing changes, is it? You know,
yep.
That's great. And that's even greater.
It's still good.
Yep. What more can you say? Right.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. And it is bonjour. It's not goodbye, it's bonjour. Going to France soon, so I'm polishing up on my French. And believe you me, you want to watch some of my videos there. They will be classics. Right. Thanks for watching.
Bye.